Hey everybody, it's Justin, and I wanted to do a little walkthrough of the space that we bought so you can see what it was like when we got into it and tell you some of the information that I found since we've purchased the place. So let's just jump right into it, shall we? Okay, so this is the back side of the building. It came with this deck on it. It's basically two buildings broken up into three sections. So this is the back side of our main entrance, which was, this building in particular was built in 1872. So it's over 150 years old, and it has been a bunch of different things. One of the things it started off out as was a saloon back in 18, so there's floor right there. Like this, we laid down that wood because there was just joists running across, because there had been a crawl space, water was inside of it, and so almost 50% of the flooring is going to have to be completely removed and replaced. But this was a saloon in the late 1800s, that's the original brick wall. Now we've been told that behind the walls to the right there's two big murals of like a boxer and like a serving winch that people were told to cover up, and I can't wait to get in there and break down those walls and see the paintings. And so this is as it is. So we've got a little bit of our stuff in there, but for the most part, it's just waiting. Brick walls, the original bricks, with some plaster, and like the inner walls you saw are like drop ceilings. We're going to be ripping out all of that. We're going to rip all down all those walls, leaving just the bare brick exposed. We'll be putting in some small stuff, but just about every single thing in here is going to go. So this is the main building where we're going to be housing the, it's going to be like a saloon. It's going to be like a little place to get together, hang out. And that's the basics right there. This is what we have. I mean, this is what it breaks down to. And then we're going to pop right out onto the main street. We are right across the street from the courthouse, so it's like super awesome. All of that space there is ours. Then we're going to jaunt right over to our next door. So this is another space. So that space there was about 2,000 square feet. And this one is, I think, nearly 3,000 square feet for this space. This space controls the upstairs and downstairs. This used to be a jewelry store, hence the beautiful red walls, which I love, and those ceilings, which I absolutely love. They have it themed. Even the fans themselves are color coordinated with those walls. And I took some time to get to know those fans, and I've adopted them officially and given them names. We have 4 fans and a chandelier in this space. I have named it Jackie Fan, the Fandalorian, Fan Diesel, and the last 2 there that you can see, they're connected to the same breaker. It's a fan and a chandelier. So I've named that David Low Fan. I've named that David Low Fan and Egg Chandelier from Big Trouble in Little China. Because I'm a nerd. This is this is a grand staircase. So this building was built in the 1800s as well, later than 1872, and I'm still doing the history on it. But this used to be, not all the way back, but this was like a Sears catalog store. And again, you can see that there's the floors there have been gutted too, because there's a crawl space underneath it, and we're on the high side of the street. So it's this big amount of just empty space underneath that fills up anytime it rains. And so we came into that. These are what used to be like bathrooms and mechanical rooms, and there's a little section under the stairwell. But this space also used to have a small little kitchenette, and we're going to be ripping this all apart and turning it actually into a little black box theater. I'm very excited about doing that. It's going to be awesome. It's also going to double, honestly, it's going to double as my home theater. Whatever I'm feeling like watching a real movie with a real sound system. All of this was just to get my own little home movie theater. That's all I want. Play the movies I want on a big giant screen, loud as I want, because I've soundproofed the rooms. So this is the back room. This is this is heading out into the main area. I love the red. I hope I can keep the red and then repaint. So the original stairs, this original grand staircase. And then it goes up too. So this is going to open up, but this basically just opens out into the back area. The building makes up about I don't know, maybe a third of the entire space that we have, because we have back lot space that runs all the way out, and like these gorgeous. This one room has a. We're going to turn this into part of residence. This space has a beautiful skylight in it, and the other space, which you'll see in a minute, has a few. But it just open, bare walls, bare bones, ready to be made into something new. The floor has holes in it. The pipes are old. The building is like this. There's nothing wrong with the building. It's got great bones. It's just needs some love. And there's the open ceiling. We're right on the main street in the downtown area. These gorgeous like chimneys from gas stoves. And I guess originally they were, I don't know if they're gas stoves originally. They had to have been like smaller stoves. Or not stoves, fireplaces, keep them warm. You'll see, we'll point them out to you. So, and there was some cool stuff in there. Like there was, up above where we are right now, up above where we are, up in here, there's all of these paintings or would look like paintings and doors and cabinets up in the roof area, in the attic area. Or somebody had laid down these big giant walking boards up there and turned it into something. I've tried to work up the courage to get up there. I haven't made it out yet. Because I get all the way up there on a ladder and I start to wiggle and waggle, and I don't want to have to deal with that. So this is looking at it when you're coming down the space. Do you know the way to San Jose? There they are. There's my family. That's right, Jackie. There's Jackie Fan, the Fandalorian. All right, Fan Diesel. We missed out on David Low Fan and Egg Chandelier. So I've added a few more boards across this spaceway just because I have to move things in and out. But this is a section leading to a storage space and a little kitchenette. So we got a lot of stuff in there. Breakers all work, like everything works in the space. We had it all inspected. This back area here, this is basically a concrete slab. We didn't know this at the time because we couldn't get in the back door and we couldn't get across the wood to see what this is. But this is a little storage unit, completely concrete slab laid out. It's an addition to the house, but not an addition to the house. It was just a small little building they built onto the back of the house. They didn't tear down the brick walls. They actually have in that space. They have they covered up the windows with drywall, and so now we're coming around to leading up to 27. The sunny day is doing it justice. We're gonna expand on that deck, and we have the roof access too. We're super excited to get up on that roof. We're gonna put some solar panels up there. I want to get a little bar set up there, like a barbecue set up there, but we'll see. So this is the inside. This is what the house started off looking like. We've got a bunch of our stuff in there right now, but when we bought the place, the walls were already studded out, right? And so our guys are going to be ripping out all of the drywall and all of the ceilings, leaving the wood, leaving the bones there. Anything that can be left is going to be left. But this is gorgeous. It's fantastic space. We're going to turn this into a guest bedroom area and the kind of living space. But yeah, we're going to pull down all of that ceiling, and we're going to replace any of that drywall. But most of the stuff on the walls is plaster, so that's going to be staying the entire time. And then we're just going to be growing it from here. We're going to put it. We're thinking about putting some loft things up at the top area, just because it would be fun. But they're going to rip down all of the ceiling drywall and get itself situated. And as you can see, there's a stairwell that goes downstairs inside the house. That's going to take us down to kind of the entryway that leads to the main space. So there's an exit. We've got some scaffolding because we're doing masonry work, and I didn't do this. So surprise, surprise, spoiler alert, I didn't get on the roof today. But there's some scaffolding there because they're doing brickwork, and it's because it's a historic building. It has to be specifically made bricks, and the mortar recipe is has to be too effective for the time. So that's what they have. They have historic masons, brick masons, who do this. So this is the main entryway into our space, the living quarters. And this is the back area where this goes back to the back area where. So then this is the old door to the building. So I hope you've enjoyed your time with me today as we've walked through this space, and we'll see you on the next one. And remember, I love you. And think about that.